delighted with the resilience shown there.
Yeah, every time I've seen Northampton play, they ask questions of you. I thought first half we were excellent, deservedly went ahead. I thought the second half was always going to be about. We didn't hold the ball as well as we wanted. They had a right go at us, and they were always going to. And we didn't keep the ball as well as we could have done, or pick the right pass at the right time. But we held firm. Scotty's made a couple of saves, but like I said in there, that's what I'm paying for, and that's why he's one of the best keepers, if not the best keeper in this division right now.
Well, they did make a couple of saves. They had a lot of ball, but they didn't get a lot of chance in the second half.
No, just he's had one where he came and blocked a shot from, I think it was O'Donovan. He didn't have a great deal to do, but he was assured, and he's a rock that we've built it on, and the lads get so much confidence from playing in front of him.
But it's another clean sheet having a little run of those.
Yeah, they're always good, of course. Yeah, but it's always going to be tough today. And, we had a 20-minute spell against Port Vale first half, where we got a little bit overrun and didn't do what we set out to do. But we've shown in the second half. We showed in the second half there that we can play. We are strong and a decent team. We're letting a couple of bad goals as well. But today was about winning the game, and I thought first half was really good in terms of the way we played. We picked up some good areas. We created a fair few chances, but just didn't get enough. The second half was always going to be a battle, and we wanted to keep two up top, and we kept that going for as long as we could. In the end, once they've stuck Carlisle up top and they've just thrown caution to the wind, we have changed it a little bit and stuck Marlon in front. I thought there were some outstanding performances, but it was a real good team effort from the whole squad today, because there's one or two disappointed people that they're not playing. We're not in the right time to be worrying about individuals and stuff like that now. They know, the group knows, that the only way we're going to do something this season is to be a collective group, and everyone has backed the 11 and the subs today, and even the boys not involved. They all know they played their part throughout the week. We know we've got some tough games to go, but we've proved that we can deal with teams.
You made 4 changes in the starting lineup at Port Vale. Were all of those tactical? Were there any injuries there?
They were all tactical, yeah.
And they just didn't bring Darren Carter back into the side. He hadn't been.
Just felt it. Russ was one where he struggled to make Friday. He played, and I thought he was outstanding Friday. But I just felt Russ is a real high intensity type of player, and I just felt today might just be Darren's turn. I thought we might need a little bit of freshness in there, and I thought Darren first half especially was excellent. Second half, he didn't really see a lot of the ball, but he was bright in possession. He was bright with set pieces. The one where Byron Harrison in the first couple of minutes. Not many people would have seen that. We've got a squad of players, and it's right that I just mix it up every now and again, and that's not to be clever or anything like that, or to prove anything. Or it's just, I thought it would have been a big ask for Russ to go and perform at the levels that he does week in, week out. And they all come back into the reckoning on Saturday. Just because we've won today doesn't mean the team's going to be exactly the same. So we pick a team for every game like we always do.
And generally speaking, this season, when you've had a disappointment, you've come back and won the next game, which was
pleasing. Yeah, I mean, our home record, has been right up there with the best of them all season, and the lads can be proud of that. We just got to try and improve our away form between now and the end of the season, 2 games. So, and we can, and we've got to make sure that we've got 2 really tough home games as well. But as long as the crowd get behind us, as long as Terry gets some water on the pitch like he did before the game, and in difficult circumstances, the pitch held up pretty well.
4 games to go, getting tight at the top.
We always like Friday afternoon's defeat. It sort of it set us back a little bit, for what we wanted. But we've always said that, you look, Rotherham were playing Gillingham, Port Vale are playing Burton on Friday. I don't know who's playing them, but everyone's got everyone to play, and there's no easy games. Like Fleetwood were playing Southend as well today, so it's just important you look after yourself. We knew that if we won today, and it was vital that we did win today if we have any aspirations of getting in that top 3. we've done it, and we can now just try and build on that and look after ourselves between now and the end of the season.
Mark, well done, thanks.
Cheers.
Mike, you mentioned the crowd. I saw you turn around at one point and sort of G them up a little bit.
Yeah,
They
need it. Like the boys need a little bit of. We've had 2 tough games against the team in second and then the team in third over on a 3-day period. It's a lot of. At this time of the season when some of the boys have played 40 games already this season, it's a big ask, and they just need a little lift. I thought we started really well first off, like I said, and the crowd were right behind us. And then it went a little bit quiet because we weren't on top of the game and we were having to defend, and it was quite windy out there. I don't think we really appreciated how blowy it was out there until we had to defend that top end second half, and the wind was behind their backs and they were pumping balls forward. And you need, my players respond to a decent crowd, to some noise, and I think whenever we've had a bit of noise, I think we've had a decent performance. And we dug in. We know we had to dug in. We know it weren't the prettiest finish in the world, but it was a vital 3 points.
Yeah, Scott Brown's up there with the best in the league in goal. Do you think Steve Elliott's up there with the best centre halves in this league as well?
Of course he is. Yeah, he's brilliant. He's been. I think I'm not going to put the mockers on him. He's played nearly every game for us, if he hasn't played every game. And he's been a rock. He's well managed by my backroom staff in terms of training days and what we do with him. But he's a consummate professional. He's brilliant, and to chip in with a couple of goals like he has done in the last couple of home games, it's vital.
Yeah, it's amazing how things can change, isn't it? How quickly things can change. Because on Friday everyone sort of thought it was over. Now,
well, we didn't. We didn't. You got to keep believing in this game. You have to. But we also, like I said before, who was playing? You look at the teams who they're playing, and it's right that we've got some tough ones. It doesn't matter if you play bottom of the table or top of the table in our division right now, and it does. It's. You watch the Championship and the League One. Everyone's fighting, and everyone seems to have something to play for. And there's upsets galore going on. We just got to make sure that when people turn up here, we keep doing what we're doing, and when we go away to Plymouth and to Exeter, we can start taking this form away with us.
Yeah, do you think it's fair to say it was a brave team selection today with the attacking intent in that midfield?
Thank you, John. I appreciate that. I'll take that. I think. I don't ever think like that. We wanted to cause them problems. We wanted to be. If you don't do the ugly side of it against Northampton, you get beat. No matter how pretty a football you play, no matter how free flowing you want to be, if you don't compete and don't have enough people who are willing to put their head on the line and get the bodies in the way of things, you're going to get beat. We picked a team that was big and strong, but perhaps. Mo was a little bit unlucky in terms of his second half performance, not his first half from Port Vale, that I didn't start him. But I thought Sammy, particularly first half, just gave us that little bit of balance that Jermaine gives us that width, and Sammy just that little bit tighter. So I could have been braver, I suppose, but I just picked teams that I don't know. I don't think about it like that. I just try and make sure that we can be as good as we can, and we have to also, particularly when you play teams like this, you do have to consider that you've got enough big headers and bodies who can defend. So having 2 up front and 2 big strikers that we've got, they're both good. They're both 6 foot plus. Certainly helps. And as though they caused problems in the first half themselves up top, they were vital back there, heading things clear too.
Yeah, just finally, how pleased were you to keep Akinfenwa as quiet as he was? Because he's
I think he had a header in the first half, and apart from that, and lots of, he's a man mountain. He's really effective at what he does. I thought Stevie and Michael and the whole back four and 2 midfield players in front of him kept him pretty quiet. I thought the referee didn't give any fouls against him. For me there was a few, but I'm moaning at that. He is what he is, and he's a handful, and he's always a handful for Cheltenham.
Almost as good as beating Hereford and Chesterfield, isn't it? Stopping him scoring.
Absolutely.
Cheers, Mark. Thanks a lot.